Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love. And I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling. I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger kisses. Ain't ever wannabes, winning the novelties that don't ever change. We wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling. I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a
Welcome, Raiders and honored guests. Graduates, you may be seated. My name is Claudia Gurney. I'm an assistant principal at Bolingbrook High School. On behalf of the class of 2023, I'd like to welcome you to the Bolingbrook graduation ceremony. Today, we are proud to celebrate the 771 individuals graduating from BHS. Graduates, we know you have the foundation to be successful in whatever path you choose to take in the future. Bienvenidos, Raiders y invitados de honor. Mi nombre es Claudia Gurney y soy una asistente principal en la escuela de Bolingbrook. En nombre de la clase del 2023, me gustaría darles la bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación de la escuela de Bolingbrook. Hoy estamos orgullosos de celebrar las 771 personas que se gradúan de Bolingbrook. Para nuestros graduados, sabemos que tienen la base para tener éxito en cualquier camino que elijan tomar en su futuro. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce to you our special guest for this evening. Representing the Board of Education, J.T. Bedoris, Leo Venegas, Vicky Sutherland, Deborah Sikora, Liz Campbell, Victor Zach, and our board president, Stephen Quigley. I would like to recognize our Valley View District Leadership Team, Superintendent Mrs. Rachel Kinder, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services, John Renish, Executive Director for Educational Services, grades 6 through 12, Adam Herder, Executive Director of Student Services, Dr. Mary Worster, Executive Director of Safety and Security, Carter Larry, Director of Human Resources, Ravel Polak, Director of Equity and Continuous Improvement, LeVar Ammons, Director of Communication Relations, Jim Blaney, our Bolingbrook Mayor, Mary Alexander Basta, Deputy Mayor, Michael Lawler, and Village Trustees, Marty Bartone, Jose Quintero, and Jean Kelly. The BHS Administration, Content Administrators, Tom Demos, Rachel Dieter, Beth Hind, Andrea Heil, and Becky Williams. Assistant Principals, Dr. Jacqueline Lewis, Lauren Willis, Charles Merrick, and Rob Rose. And our Bolingbrook High School Principal, Dr. Jason Pascavage. Now please help me welcome Assistant Principal Rob Rose to this podium.
Good evening, Raiders and honored guests. At this time, please rise if you are able to, and remove your head coverings if you are permitted to, as our Air Force Junior ROTC Honor Guard presents the colors. Please remain standing as our madrigals and vibe sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome our principal, Dr. Jason Pascavage.
All right, well, how about a round of applause today for this weather? Amazing. I'd like to thank some special individuals that made all of this happen today. Miss Virginia Aguilar, Carrie Jewell, and our maintenance crew led by Levi Alexin, and lastly, Dr. Jacqueline Lewis. Before I recognize our graduates, I'd like to recognize the teachers, parents, relatives, and friends who are watching this at home. And to all of our parents and guardians, thank you for aiding in the development of the young men and women we are presenting today. You too should be congratulated for all of your accomplishments. Congratulations. Because no one stands taller when they bend down to help a child. Thank you all for standing so tall. All right, seniors, Raiders, scholars, future and current leaders. I've been thinking about this speech since the very start of the pandemic for a number of reasons. First, I knew when I was finally able to give this speech, BHS would be back in school and establishing our new normal. As our BHS valedictorian will allude to, this is an amazing school with amazing students, families, and staff. Over the past 4 years, you have developed from little freshmen to my mature, strong, wicked, smart seniors now. We have discussed our legacy being predicated on the future success of our school. Well, being the overachievers you are, you've set all kinds of records at Bolingbrook High School. Then shortly into your high school career, things would change and an era of uncertainty would start. Seniors, congratulations. You've made it. We've made it. And all the pandemic, it didn't break us. It just made us stronger. You continue to challenge yourself daily. While talking to seniors, they told me how appreciative they were that they were having a formal graduation outside, senior carnival, and a prom, and just how happy you all were to come together. Instead of seeing this 2020 as a crisis, you saw it as an opportunity. Well, graduates, your families and friends are beaming with pride, and many of them with amazement. In fact, you are graduating from Bolingbrook High School. Do you remember your first year at BHS? I do. I assume your first year was met with many challenges, a new school, new teachers, new, higher, different expectations. As freshmen, you were shy, timid, and not to mention a lot shorter. Look at you now. Look how you've grown. Tonight, you start a journey. You start a new adventure. Much like our speakers will say, BHS is an amazing place because of you. We have consistency, norms, high expectations. We have pride in our schools, in our school, that others wish they had. Many of you out there went through elementary, middle, and high school together. The majority of you will venture off to college, the military, the workforce. But before you know it, you will be at your own child's graduation. Change is a certainty, which can be controlled at times, but also occurs in spite of what we want. So, is today the beginning or the end? Well, if it's the end you choose, let's take a look at what you've accomplished this year. Many of you have heard me brag about this class in and out in the community as well as in school. You will always have a special place in our hearts, and we will never forget the 2022-2023 school year. Never. You are a group that brought Bolingbrook High School back to life. Thank you. Your class is the second class at Bolingbrook High School, is the fourth class to be ranked at Bolingbrook High School to be ranked as one of the top high schools in the state by U.S. News. Every single year of your high school career. You are the class that had nearly 1,000 students each year take an AP course. You have won numerous academic and athletic awards as well as activities. You, the seniors before me, created a school where students want to be, where being smart and kind is cool, where parents are excited to send their babies, and you have a staff that is extremely proud of you. Seniors, you did it. You did this. In spite of being born around 9/11 and having your high school career being during a pandemic, you did it. I'd prefer this as not an end for anyone, but rather a celebration of a new beginning, with new opportunities, new adventures yet discovered. Very soon, you will be a proud alumni of Bolingbrook High School. And finally, to you, the class of 2023, I leave you this reminder. Whoever you are, wherever you go, honor Bolingbrook, honor the Raiders. Thank you. Now please enjoy a musical selection by senior members of the choral program led by Ms. Sterner.
Can I stream it?
Let's give another round of applause for our senior choral students. I am Chuck Merrick, proud assistant principal here at Bolingbrook High School. Choosing what you want to do after high school is easy for some and difficult for others. Some of you might be sitting out there today still questioning what you want to do, and that's okay. You got some time, and you're Raiders, you'll figure it out. At this time, I'd like to recognize students who have enlisted in the United States Armed Forces. Students, when I call your name, please rise and allow the crowd to applaud for you and remain standing until your branch is completed. We thank you for your service and sacrifice you are making. First, the United States Air Force. Jocelyn Lazcano. Christopher Lozano. Melanie Ramirez. Raymond Sanchez. Those are the Raiders that are entering into the United States Air Force. Thank you. And now for the United States Army National Guard. Yesenia Garcia. Andrea Mejia Garcia. Those are our United States Army National Guard. And now for the United States Army, Malik Banks. Douglas Barber. Jonathan Flores. Harmony Newman. And Gabriel Magruder. That's our United States Army. Our United States Marines, Jairo Ugarte. And United States Navy, Ella O'Donnell. Thank you again. Your bravery, sacrifice, and strength do not go unnoticed. It is an honor and privilege at this time to welcome Nikki Seth, our salutatorian, to the stage.
Hi, class of 2023. I'm Nikki. I'm unbelievably happy to be graduating, standing here with you all one last time. I remember watching the finale of Sweet Life on Deck when I was about 6 years old, in awe of the prospect of graduation. And it's crazy to think how far we've come that I now speak before you all today. But like many of you, I'm also feeling a mix of nervousness and curiosity for what life has to offer beyond these 13 years of grade school memories. I mean, how can the future possibly top silly bands, Littlest Pet Shop, Rainbow Loom, or dances like the Whip and Nene? Even now, I can unfortunately still sing the entirety of Justin Bieber's Baby by heart. Yeah. But as we've grown up, we've learned to develop resiliency from experiences like no other. Considering that our entire high school career was the COVID-19 pandemic, from the world shutting down before we could even experience all of freshman year to May 5th, 2023, marking its end. Regardless, we got some good memories out of it. Dalgona coffee, messing around with virtual backgrounds on Zoom, and learning trendy dances in our bedrooms. Our ability to create joy in the middle of the most daunting and unexpected circumstances gives me so much hope for our generation's impact on this crazy world. Our distinguished experiences are not only memorable for us, but will live on as APUSH students decades into the future read the textbook chapter titled The 2020s. There's so much more that's yet to be experienced and so much we've already achieved. So let's focus on this very moment. Your dazzling red cap and gown, your friends beside you, waiting to come give you the biggest hug as soon as the ceremony concludes. Your loved ones, teary-eyed at the thought of their little kid growing up into such an amazing person who has so much in store for them. And as we soak up this moment, I would like to thank some of the most influential people in my life, because without them, I would not be speaking before you today. To my friends who hauled what was arguably the world's heaviest backpack during the entirety of junior year when I was recovering from surgery, thank you for always making me smile and for almost always laughing at my top-notch dad jokes. To my teachers and the administration and staff who opened my eyes to a wide range of perspectives and for always believing in my capabilities and supporting them unconditionally, thank you. And finally, to my family, I want to thank my family who came all the way from California just to be here tonight, and to my daddy and dada who are cheering me on from above. And to my dad, Bapu, you have provided me everything I needed and more to flourish into the person I am today. The sacrifices you've made as an immigrant are admirable, and I will forever be grateful for your grit and optimism that have both allowed me to enjoy life to the fullest and taught me to be brave and take advantage of life's most enriching opportunities. I cherish our chai breaks, explorations around the world, and your unwavering support whenever I needed to juggle the many courses and extracurriculars I immersed myself in. Your efforts to serve as a pillar of support for those you love do not go unnoticed, and you make me feel incredibly lucky to have someone who has shown me how to make lemonade no matter how many lemons the world may be throwing at you. So thank you. One of my dad's favorite songs is Kal Ho Na Ho, which describes how life always involves change, so it's important we hold our memories dear to us. Class of 2023, although today marks the end of a significant chapter of our lives and may feel like a goodbye to our childhood, think of our memories as reminders to stay young at heart and to write the rest of your story unapologetically with purpose and readiness to better the world and make history. No matter what path you may take, I will always be confident in your abilities, and it will be an honor to grow up with you all. To quote longtime philanthropist Mickey Mouse, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. Thank you. Now, let me introduce my classmate, friend, and our valedictorian, Joshua Bozarth. I'll go around this way.
I don't have anything there.
Thanks, sir. Let's go. Hey folks, I'm Joshua Bozarth, and I guess I won the GPA game. I asked some friends what my speech should be about, and I got some wildly varying answers. Here are some of my favorites. Announce that you cheated on every test to become valedictorian. Not true. Convince the audience that the meaning of life is to give all your cash to Danny Jimenez. That is true, but unfortunately, Dr. Pascavage would not let me write the speech about it. But the best one was definitely this. Write a beautiful poem about Dr. Pascavage, perhaps a haiku. You all ready? You count on your fingers and double check me. Here we go. Dr. Pascavage, the first female president, will come from your school. Four years ago, that woman started her journey here. Since then, she and we have made many new friends, lost some old ones, and made a lot of jokes about Dr. Pascavage. All good things, all good things. We have learned so much, perhaps to become better citizens, perhaps to become better workers, but perhaps most of all, to become better people, to find out more about who we are and who we want to be. So thank you to the janitors and maintenance staff who kept our school clean and functional. We see you and appreciate you. Thank you to the security guards and police officers for keeping us safe and helping us, for cheerfully staying after school late. We see you and appreciate you. Thank you to the student support services staff for the plethora of things you do to make sure our heads are still screwed on straight by the end of the day. We see you and appreciate you. Thank you to the nutrition services staff for working through supply chain difficulties and making sure that we have food for those heads. We see you and appreciate you. Thank you to the administrators who throughout these many years have managed this institution and made it function. The work you do is often behind the scenes, but is no less vital for being so. We see you and appreciate you. Thank you to our parents who have stuck with us these last crazy 18 years and been with us all the way. We see you and appreciate you. And finally, thank you to the teachers who we learned to both respect and love, who taught us a piece of what it means to be human. You have changed our lives, and we won't soon forget. We see you and appreciate you. But what is the big picture? What will we tell our children and grandchildren about the great pandemic of 2020, the surging influence of the Black Lives Matter movement, increasing political polarization, how we responded or didn't to climate change, how we helped or turned away the refugee, the poor, the outcast? What will the US history textbooks have written about our lives in 30, 40, 50 years? The past is immutable. We cannot change it. But we are, presently, from moment to moment, deciding the effects of the past. The daily choices we make are the legacy of history. I hope the textbooks write about how we, the class of 2023, didn't run away from problems like so many before us, but faced them head on. You may have heard about something called the great man theory of history. It basically says ordinary people are but pawns of the exceptional ones. I reject this theory. I do hope that some of you qualify as great people, that we hear about Menganti's laws of graviton dynamics, the Callahor Foundation, or Kapadia's guide to cybersecurity. But history won't remember most of us. That doesn't mean we're unimportant. World War II wasn't won by Eisenhower, MacArthur, FDR, or Churchill. It was won by the ordinary privates who chose each and every day to be brave, to fight against evil, even at great personal cost. And, to a lesser extent, that is what you and I must do too. If we want the history textbook to be different, it is up to us to make it so. We must choose each and every day to love our annoying neighbor, to mend broken relationships, to build a better family than the one we grew up in, to work hard and to seek goodness and righteousness. That is how we change our little corner of the world. One of my favorite lyrics is this Carrie Newcomer line. I can't change the whole world, but I can change the world I know, what's within 3 feet or so. Perhaps one of us will be the first female president and be able to change a whole lot more than 3 feet. But most of our lots in life are destined to be constrained to 3 feet. It may seem like that is not much, like what we can do in 3 feet doesn't matter, that our actions are insignificant, that the fate assigned to us is some paltry chore. But if we all change 3 feet of the world, well, that's a lot of feet. Thank you. And now it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome VVSD Board President Stephen Quigley to the podium.
Great job, young man. If nothing else, he has a career in speech writing. So I don't have a speech to write. I just have a blank page up here because I usually just kind of wing it. But there is a person out there who's always last, and it's not their fault. I'm going to read the name, Perla Zuninga. Because you're a Z, I'm calling you out tonight to be first. So. Because I was a Q in the middle of the pack. You know, you're always kind of there. So, thank you. Parents, thank you. Students, thank your parents and everybody else that helped get you here. Because without them, you wouldn't be here. I always give pretty much the same speech. When you guys came in as freshmen, as Dr. Pascavage alluded to, you were shorter and you were like, oh man, this is a big building and there's a lot of people and I don't know very many of them, and you may still not know a lot of them. Now you're graduates. And if you go off to college, guess what? You get to start it all over again. And if you go out into the business community, you get to start all over again. You don't become CEO on day 3. I hate to be the first person to tell you that. But if you own your own business, start your own business, then you can call yourself whatever you want. CEO, president, head, what do they call it? Basket weaver and checker. When you hit the streets, wherever you go, whatever you do, besides honoring the Raiders, remember something. You have graduated from one of the largest high schools in Illinois, in the most diverse high school in the state of Illinois, in one of the most diverse communities in Illinois. So there is something to be said for that, because the world that you're going to go out into is exactly that. There's a lady sitting down here on my right, your left, who was born in Egypt. Who knew that she was going to come to the United States as a youth and move to a city in Nashville, Tennessee, and now be the mayor of the city of Bolingbrook? Mayor Bostock, thank you. That's what you can do. I really, really want to say just a few other things. My sons graduated from this school, and the things that they learned in this district have prepared them for life. One's in grad school, one's still in undergraduate. But the diversity that they learned and the things that they take with them and from this community are the most important things that they will tell me every day. Dad, I've seen it, I've been there, I've done it. The problems that they went through. The class of 21 where Connor graduated, you guys were right there behind him. The pandemic, y'all got shorted, but at least we're out here tonight doing our thing. So whatever you do when you get done, remember there's a community behind you. Wherever you live, be involved in that community. Do what you can do. You don't have to be the mayor. You don't have to be a trustee or the county board chairman. But do something to give back to the community, to make it the community that you want it to be. That is the most important. And you don't have to do this when you're 20 years old. But at some point in your lives, give back. The baseball coaches, the dad coaches, and the soccer coaches, and all those folks. Be one of those people. Scouts, whatever it is. Do those things to make your community a better place. I want to thank you all for being great students. And I also have a quick announcement for all the parents. All you football guys, put your hands in the air. Just put your hands up if you're a football player this year. Most of you may know this already, but those of you who don't, we had two legendary football coaches in Bolingbrook Raider history, Phil Acton and John Ivelo. John is retired this year, and we and you are sitting on what is now known as Acton Ivelo Field and will be forever. So I want to congratulate those guys too, because this is the first time we've announced this publicly besides at a board meeting. So again, one other thing I got to tell you, because I do run a small business and I understand how it works. You guys grew up with your cell phones, and Dr. Paskevich told us to put ours on quiet and airplane mode the whole time we were in here. Do yourselves a favor. Unplug for an hour a day. Turn your phone off. Be unreachable. Use things in that time to yourselves. And turn the things off at night. Get a good night's rest. You don't need to respond to every text and every email or whatever you guys do, Instagrams and all that kind of stuff. But do that for yourselves. Now, go out in the world and do great things and honor Bolingbrook, honor the Raiders, and Godspeed wherever you do and whatever you end up doing. Thank you.
And now to introduce the superintendent of the Valley View School District, Miss Rachel Kinder.
Thank you, Dr. Paskevich. Good evening, Bolingbrook High School families, staff, and our guests of honor, the Bolingbrook High School class of 2023 graduates. It is an honor to join you on this beautiful evening to officially certify the graduating class and to celebrate each and every one of you and your tremendous accomplishments. A high school diploma is a symbolic token with great meaning. It signifies that the student has met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the Valley View School District Board of Education in the Illinois State Board of Education and is now prepared to move forward into their post-secondary life, to further their education or development, to enter the workforce, to embark into the military or other service calling. For the Raider class of 2023, this moment has an even greater meaning than in years past. Under the most challenging circumstances, these young adults sitting before us today have persevered, adapted, and grown in ways that cannot be measured by a test, but will be shown to the world and through their success in life, most importantly, by the adults and the citizens that they become and the good that they do for others. We are beyond proud of you, Raiders, and I have no doubt that you will take your next steps in life and continue to make us proud. So tonight, I make the public declaration that these students before you have succeeded, that the staff, teachers, and administration of Valley View School District have worked tirelessly to support them in their success, that your families have worked tirelessly and played a critical role in your journey to this milestone. Your success is our shared success, and I am grateful for the effort and care that everyone has given to make this day a reality for you. As the very proud superintendent of Valley View School District 365U, it is my distinct privilege to certify to the Board of Education and the entire Valley View community that the students of Bolingbrook High School class of 2023 have met the requirements and expectations that have been established and are now ready to receive their high school diplomas. We have one short announcement by Associate Principal Dr. Jacqueline Lewis and our graduate, Kashan Irvin, and then we will be ready to let the commencement begin. Thank you.
We, as Raiders, believe that every graduate is the same, regardless of academic rank or achievement, and each deserves the opportunity to have their name read and heard by all in attendance. A long tradition at Bolingbrook High School is that we hold all applause and cheering until the point in the ceremony where the graduating class of 2023 is presented, thus giving each student the same opportunity to be cheered as a class. This also allows each student's name to be heard. Please honor each Raider by holding your individual applause and cheers until the end.
Nosotros como Raiders creemos que todos los graduados son iguales a pesar de su rango académico o logros, y cada uno merece la oportunidad de que todos los asistentes lean y escuchen su nombre. Una larga tradición en la escuela secundaria Bolingbrook es que todos los aplausos y gritos se lleven a cabo hasta el final de la ceremonia, así dando a cada estudiante la misma oportunidad de ser celebrado como clase. Esto también permite que se escuche el nombre de cada estudiante. Honre a cada Raider manteniendo sus aplausos y gritos individuales hasta el final.
At this time, if Perla Zuniga Ruiz can come here to the front, as President Quigley mentioned, so that you can be the first graduate. Tonight we have Valley View Educational Enrichment Foundation President Michael Lawler and Bolingbrook High School office personnel Roxana Mitchum reading our graduates' names as they cross the stage. Let the Bolingbrook High School class roll begin.
Perla Zuniga Ruiz.
Diego Castillo.
Christian Jones.
Lariana Simmons.
Vanessa Sanchez.
Joshua Bozarth.
Nikita Sheth.
Kashan Irvin.
Isabel Carino.
Caitlin Grace Nieves.
Isabella Wilson.
Aaliyah Glover.
Leo Deal.
Alexandria Denny.
Alicia Enriquez.
Allison Hernandez.
Tommy Kwok,
Roya Zaucha.
Ewan Gorski,
Theodora Opoku Ajemang.
Amaris Sanchez,
Wintley Thomas.
Miles Wilson,
Blake Watcott.
Gabriel Koppel,
Catherine Carafodius.
Jimena Ramirez Garcia,
Sabrina Vera.
Trinity Lockhart,
Michaela Ryan Hicks.
Amani Holloway,
Justin Lofton.
Joshua Abora,
Ariza Aguilar.
Jimmy Fajanaya,
Oyendamola Akendipe.
Arayo Akinemi,
Luis Alcantara.
Kian Alexander,
Alize Ali.
Taylor Allison,
Godfred Alate.
Juan Alvarez,
Lisette Almaraz.
Carmelo Almore,
Juan Alonso.
Andrea Alvarado,
Yaritzi Amaya.
Sydney Anderson,
Daniel Matthew Andorra.
Ludmila Adrushenko,
Zishan Ansari.
Colin Anthony,
Kendall Aprati.
Caleb Arizo Sanchez,
Angel Argueta.
Ayaz Arif,
Marcela Arista.
Sabrina Ariola,
Anthony Arteaga.
Oscar Artega Jr.,
Alger Arzate Araujo.
Adha Assad,
Jasmine Avila.
Ariana Ayala,
Brittany Ball.
Grace Banda,
Sergio Banda.
Malik Banks,
Adriel Barajas.
Douglas Barber,
Ashley Barrete.
Brianna Barker,
Renaya Barnes.
Angel Barrera,
Nathaniel Barrera.
Hector Barrientos,
Kyle Baumgardner.
Francis Budeka,
Allison Bednarski.
Ian Beebe,
Jason Bell.
Catherine Benish,
Jeremy Bennett.
Ariella Ann Bernardo,
Marquise Berry.
Peyton Bay,
Demetrius Bluford.
Samantha Blumenstein,
Raheem Bolden.
Avril Bolaboya,
Daniel Boomker.
Jenna Bowman,
Ava Bricknell.
Susan Brost,
Amir Brown.
Dejane Brown,
Gabriel Brown.
Jamea Thompson Brown Thompson. Jamea Thompson Brown. Brown Thompson.
Jayante Burl.
Elijah Burley.
Amari Burns.
Mia Cabrera.
Olivia Cabrera.
Joshua Cadasio Delhan.
Jasmine Calderin.
Cindy Calderon.
Heather Callahor.
Naya Collier.
Juan Galvo Jimenez.
Elvis Camargo.
Tyler Caminar.
Benjamin Campa.
Naela Campos.
Jonathan Carrera.
Dariana Carrillo.
Nicholas Carvajal.
Luis Castellano.
Isabel Castro.
Kyra Cattenhead.
Daniel Cavazos.
Raymond Joseph Cave.
Jose Saya.
Ryan Jengiz.
Brooke Cephas.
Perla Cervantes Toledo.
Giancarlo Chaparro.
Luis Mario Chaparro.
Omar Chaparro Quintana.
Renaya Chapman.
Elios Chavez.
Grace Chung.
Aldo Sigora Areola.
Jalen Clinton.
Xavier Cobb.
Nati Kohulun.
Sean Cole.
Brittany Coleman.
Alexander Colon.
Benjamin Confessor.
Mecky Cooper.
Alexander Cordoba.
Anthony Cordova.
Adrián Cornejo León.
Daniela Correo Rivera.
Melanie Corro.
Julissa Crispin.
Cameron Crozier.
Blake Crudup.
Kayla Crumpton.
Brian Cruz.
Stephanie Cruz Romero.
Julian Corasame.
Edwin Cuatle.
Francisco Coya.
Kariah Curry.
Victoria Sumunik. Sibunzik.
Kevin Brian Dakinay.
Daryl Davis.
Jersey Davis.
Melvante Davis.
Octavia Davis.
Cassidy Dawson.
Jania Dedo.
Samantha Delapeño.
Fabián de la Torre Marroquín.
Anson DeMille.
Matthew Durong.
Abdil Diaz.
Adriana Diaz.
Angel Diaz.
Isabel Diaz.
Jasmine Diaz.
Kevin Diaz.
Adrian Diaz Perez,
Eric Diaz Saavedra,
Julian Diaz de Leon,
Amanda Dimatulak,
Ethan Domeyer,
Josiah Domerkant,
Miguel Donis,
Josephine Donkor,
Nathan Dewana,
Melissa Duran,
Haley Elliott,
Victoria Engel,
Raven Francis Engel,
Yaritzi Enriquez,
Amber Escamilla,
Yesenia Escamilla,
Ramos Espinosa,
Ricardo Espinosa,
Kyra Espinosa,
John Esquivel,
Ari Evans,
Christine Everett,
Josiah Faber Cannon,
Isabella Farias,
Jonathan Faustino,
Antoine Feemster,
Renasia Fields,
Kyle Figueroa,
Trevor Fisher,
Efren Flores,
Gaia Flores,
Jonathan Flores,
Jonathan Flores,
Manuel Flores,
Viviana Flores,
Rogelio Flores Jr.,
Emily Fote,
Zion Ford,
Sophia Francisco,
Alexis Franco,
Claudia Franco,
Miko Frederick,
Journey Freeman,
Ella Fry,
Luca Froze,
Lauren Fuentes,
Jalen Folks,
Anthony Gabriel Santiago,
Ashanti Galindo Galicia,
Marcus Gallegos,
Alexis Garcia,
Brittany Garcia,
Brian Garcia,
Felipe Garcia,
Rafael Garcia,
Selena Garcia,
Yesenia Garcia,
Rosie Garcia Cruz,
Salvador Garcia Jr.,
Bárbara Garduño,
Katrina Gates,
Kaya Jenrit,
Raven George,
Christian Gill,
Emilio Hill Lane,
Angelica Getchell,
Adonis Gomez,
Alex Gomez,
Kevin Gomez,
Nadia Gomez,
Isabella Gomez Villagran,
Janet Gonzalez,
Javier Gonzalez,
Mia Gonzalez,
Oscar Gonzalez,
Oscar Gonzalez,
Pedro Gonzalez Jr.,
Jocelyn Gonzalez Rosales,
Alexis Gonzalez Flores,
Isaac Gonzalez Romo,
Corey Graham,
Amaya Grant,
Anaya Gray,
Derek Griffin,
Madeline Grove,
Evelyn Guerra Sanchez,
Ariel Guerrero Sanz.
David Guerrero.
Kaya Guilford.
Adam Gutierrez.
Hector Gutierrez.
Jasmine Gutierrez.
Marian Gutierrez.
Natalie Gutierrez.
Sergio Gutierrez.
Alejandro Gutierrez Romo.
Jocelyn Guzman.
Yesenia Guzman.
Devin Hargraves.
Daryl Harper.
Nicholas Harris.
Torian Harris.
Layla Haas.
Saeed Hassan.
Damaya Haslip.
Dwight Trey Haslip.
Deshaun Hemphill.
Connor Hendy.
Connor Hennessy.
Vanessa Heredia.
Alberto Hernandez.
Crystal Hernandez.
Stephanie Hernandez.
Camila Hidalgo.
Leslie Hernandez.
Luis Hernandez.
Julissa Hernandez Santiago.
Pierre Hicks.
Ariana Hicks Turner.
Jada Hill.
Sydney Hinojosa.
Tyler Hoig.
Jaden Hoffmeyer.
Randell Holder.
Takara Honer.
Olivia Hotman.
Tian Houston.
Tayshawn Howard.
Okay. Nikaya Hoyle.
Daniel Huang.
Denise Huerta.
Evelyn Huerta Garcia.
Zulema Huerto Lopez.
Jason Huffnagel.
Aries Hull.
Kira Hunter.
Gabriela Ibarra.
Chininye Ifejeku.
Isabella Igbo.
David Ingram.
Ifachuchu Inomo.
Jordan Isom.
Amore Jackson.
Anthony Jackson.
Diamond Jackson.
India Jackson.
Aiden Jacobson.
Genesis James.
Brianna Januska.
Armando Jaques.
Aaliyah Jenkins.
Jamaria Jenkins.
Anais Jimenez.
Danny Jimenez.
Isaac Jimenez.
Jan Bianca Jimenez.
Brianna Johnson.
Cheyenne Johnson.
Jamarian Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
Ty Johnson.
Genevieve Jones.
Shamar Jones.
Ziana Jones.
Alexander Juice.
Riley Jose.
Yara Gibran.
Timothy Jules.
Victoria Cabinets.
Iris Catchold.
Dimiana Kahush.
Darsh Kapadia.
Evandar Kaplan.
Trey Kelly.
Travis Kessler.
Nyla Khan.
Umaima Khan.
Devin King.
Alex Kovarik.
Janae Larry.
Jada Law.
Jaden Lawrence.
Jocelyn Loscano.
Kelrod Leaks.
Gavin Lester.
Isabella Lester.
Renata Lezana.
Joey Lee.
Angelica Joy Lim.
Kyla Lindsay.
Fernando Llanos.
Aaron Logan.
Jayla Logan.
Taylor Lonzo.
Alberto Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Joanna Lopez.
Jocelyn Lopez.
Julian Lopez.
Luis Lopez.
Ezekiel Lopez Hernandez.
Daniela Lorenzo.
Christopher Lozano.
Alexa Lucas.
Sherrod Luster.
Jayla Lyons.
Alexander Macha.
Carrie McLean.
Leslie Macklin.
Michaela Madlock.
Alan Magallanes.
Jacob Majerski.
Nicole Moulignan.
Jacob Malcolm.
Amy Maldonado.
Denise Areli Maldonado.
Jahari Mallet.
Hans Manganti.
Gianna Maniglia.
Hannah Manning.
Alana Mansour.
Alyssa Mansour.
Janelle Manuel.
Tierra Marley.
AJ Marquez.
America Marquez.
Brasilia Marquez.
Sarai Marquez.
Amanda Martinez.
Carlos Martinez.
Fernando Martinez.
Kimberly Martinez.
Michaela Martinez.
Julian Mata.
Jacob May.
Kelly Maziars.
Knowledge McCoy.
Simona McDonald.
Ava McFadden.
Nathan McIntyre.
Timothy McMiller.
Jason McWilliams.
Lara Medel Castillo.
Viviana Medina.
Andrea Mejio Garcia.
Jamie Melvin.
Melanie Mendez Amaya.
Isaiah Mendoza.
Kimberly Mendoza.
Victoria Menendez.
Giovanni Meros.
Janine Murders.
Corey Miles.
Dylan Miller.
Caleb Miller.
Jocelyn Miramontes.
Viridiana Miranda.
Muriel Misikpode.
Lauren Mitchell.
Ikra Moyden.
Kisra Moyden.
Alex Monar.
Emily Monarez.
Victor Hugo Monreal Jr.
Valeria Monroy Gonzalez.
Crystal Montalvo.
Tanya Karina Montalvo.
Kaylin Janae Moore.
Lauren Moore.
Riley Morales.
Axel Moreno.
Diego Moreno.
Brian Morgan.
Angel Morillo Mendoza.
Daniela Morillo Montillo.
Jerron Morris.
Peyton Morrison.
Dana Mosley.
Jeremiah Moulton.
Kate Matlow.
Marguerite Muller.
Xavier Munoz.
Kevin Munoz.
Eric Murillo.
Andrew Mizowick.
Ruby Naranjo.
Anthony Nasca.
Idris Nator.
Zachary Nache.
Aileen Navar Macedo.
Jackson Nelson.
Marie Nelson.
Anila Neustadler.
Julissa Nevares.
Katia Nevares Quiroga.
Harmony Newman.
Natalie Newman.
Ania Nicholas.
Autumn Nillis.
Ulises Niño.
Aaron and Ruma.
Ebony Norris.
Adan Ochoa.
Ruben Ocon Gutierrez.
Ella O'Donnell.
Sean O'Donnell.
Olalua Ogunlea.
Karen Ojeda.
Jaden O'Neill.
Alexis Ontiveros.
Oziel Ornelas.
Ángel Ortega.
Javier Ortega.
Aubrey Ortiz.
Chloe Ortiz.
Jeremy Ortiz Gonzalez.
Tatiana Overton.
Michelle Ovando.
Tanya Pacheco,
Karen Padron,
Jasmine Paneagua,
Eddie Paredes,
Jacob Parent,
Jonah Park,
Joseph Posco,
Artie Patel,
Dylan Patterson,
Aislinn Pauline Baños,
Maximus Payne,
Anthony Paz,
Adrian Perez,
Alyssa Perez,
Edwin Perez,
Emmanuel Perez Salazar,
Lacey Ann Peterson,
Lonnie Phillips,
Trinity Phipps,
Ivy Pianowski,
Christian Pigeon,
Aaron Pioquinto,
JC Pope,
Valerie Popoca,
Cameron Pritchard,
Alexander Pulido,
Carolina Quinones,
Christopher Quiñones,
Juan Quintano Hernandez,
Aaron Quintero,
Alexa Raciela,
It's Ray, honey. Madison Ray,
Brisea Ramirez,
Diana Ramirez,
Melanie Ramirez,
Janelle Ramos,
Tia Elena Ramos,
Wimber Ramos Gomez,
Jakaya Roy,
Aiden Roberski,
Jacob Redwinski,
Alexis Reed,
Emma Reimer,
Adrian Reyes,
Dejanay Rials,
Demia Richardson,
Andrea May Rivera,
Alec Robinson,
Christian Robinson,
Shariah Robinson Murray,
Adrena Rodriguez,
David Rodriguez,
Isabella Rodriguez,
Julissa Rodriguez,
Karina Rodriguez,
Cassandra Rodriguez,
Melanie Rodriguez,
Eddie Rodriguez Jr.,
Santos Rojas,
Marco Romero,
Vanessa Romero,
Christian Romero Peña,
John Ruiz,
Mason Ruth,
Jacob Rudder,
Aiden Ribiawick,
Guadalupe Sagun,
Amatula Sajida,
Alexander Salgado,
Diego Salgado,
Nyla Sally,
Raymond Sanchez,
Robert Sanchez,
Santiago Sanchez,
Stephanie Sanchez,
Emiliano Sanchez Magaña,
Daphne Sandoval,
Ajuni Sangera,
Genesis Santa Cruz,
Ricardo Santana,
Luke Seraphim,
Elizabeth Sarpong,
Eduardo Sacedo,
Fernando Saucedo Jr.,
Kaylee Sowers,
Jake Schmeiser,
Keegan Schmeiser,
Zachary Schnell Gilson,
Anaya Scott,
Sanaya Scott,
Madison Simesak,
Zoe Zelinka Amanda,
Miguel Segundo Quintana,
Joshua Seidel,
Kaylee Sivrite,
Albert Serrano Perez,
Mariam Shaji,
Amani Shelton,
Avion Shorter,
Madison Schroba,
Jaden Sabaha,
Aliza Siddiqui,
Daniel Silva,
Genevieve Silva,
John Simmons III,
Jasleen Singh,
Ronak Singh,
Brian Skeet,
Zoe Jane Skrzina,
Demarion Smith,
Jason Smith,
Jordan Smith,
Kennedy Smith,
Taylor Smith,
Layla Snowden,
Mariela Solano,
Stephanie Soriano Batala,
Brenda Sosa,
Javier Sotelo,
Melissa Sotelo Garcia,
Alejandro Soto,
Logan Sariel,
Anaya Spearman,
Zachary Spengler,
Sean Stasiak,
Mackenzie Staley,
Kai Stefani,
Bianca Steffens,
Biondina Stevens,
Kenneth Steverson,
Cassara Stewart,
Samir Stockley,
Rachel Stowers,
Darenice Strickland,
Brooklyn Stuckey,
Nikita Suber,
Emma Svoboda,
Courtney Swenson,
Eliana Schweikowski,
Jocelyn Tuffer,
Mule Tamulis,
Jasmine Tan,
Jordan Tate,
Marcelius Taylor,
Marquis Taylor,
Christina Tejeda,
Karina Tehran Alvarado,
Mariah Terrell,
Peyton Terry,
Caitlin Thomas,
Kalia Thomas,
Kennedy Thomas,
Jakayla Thompson,
Kalik Thompson,
Kalissa Thompson,
Michael Thompson,
Patrick Thompson Jr.,
Isaiah Tillman,
Jocelyn Tinoco,
Emily Tixta,
Jaden Tobar,
Maya Tobar,
Andrew Talentino,
Dylan Tolliver.
Cecilia Torres.
Haley Torres.
Litzy Torres.
Justin Torrijos.
Brandon Tosh.
Sydney Tremblay.
Ankit Trivedi.
Jesus Trujillo.
Emma Tumaying.
Sean Turner.
Connor Tynan.
Jairo Ugarte.
Julius Unseld III.
Maritza Valdez.
Alondra Valdez Hulzar.
Jimena Valenzuela.
Jose Valles.
Daniel Van Tholen.
Marlene Vargas Gizar.
Rowan Vasquez.
Olivia Vaughn.
Wendy Vasquez.
Yvonne Vega.
Jonathan Vega.
Fernando Velasquez.
Marissa Velasquez.
Kaya Vigilant.
Emilia Villa Rodriguez.
Joshua Filado Gonzalez.
Valerie Villafuerte.
Karen Villaseñor.
Jack Varvarka.
Lena Von Holten.
Matthew Wagner.
Andrew Walters.
Damon Walters.
Alana Walton.
Michael Walton.
Chiosoba Wanki.
Leah Washington.
DeAndre Washington.
Joshua Watchman.
Daniel Watkins.
Ari Watson.
Adam Watt.
Tierra Weathers.
Jazaria Weeks.
Taurus Weeks.
Kia Welch.
Alyssa Welko.
Anthony Wells.
Marquise Westbrooks.
Mariah White.
Vanessa White.
Hannah Weiss.
Cameron Williams.
Marcus Williams.
Ayana Weidman.
Zoanna Wilson.
Jahira Wolf.
Elizabeth Walney.
Condale Woods.
Autumn Wright.
Malaya Monet Wright.
Miguel Aragon.
Matthew Joshua Yap.
Nadia Yock.
Zachy Young Howell.
Jonathan Younger. No, that's you.
Is it Jair? Jair Zamora.
Cassandra Sorate.
John Zeitler.
Anthony Zapata.
Oliver Zielinski.
Esteban Zuniga.
Deanna Creighton.
Alexa Calleros Garcia.
Marvin Guzman.
Kiana Moreno.
Salwa Majid.
Joshua Robinson.
Jody Yancey.
Yeah. Wait for all the kids to get to their spot.
Jason, are you going to go around the podium and go that way after that? Because we're exiting over there.
You can. Let them all know to follow. So figure it
Or
out.
do you want to go this way and do?
What?
Do you want to go down and?
Wait till all the kids sit down.
Sure.
All right, guys, ready to get in the photo real quick?
Yeah.
Or they sit. How'd those balloons get in? Wait, we brought them. Next year we'll have them when they go from the room out and zip.
I know. If you think, I don't know if
I don't care. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about it. It's not a big deal. But the only thing that's out of control. It's out of control. So if you just do it before they leave the room, they'll come on zip. They can't be right there. I watched it. 6 of them.
In a minute.
Yes. No, but then you're making a scene. If you do it right when they leave the room, I don't make any sense.
All right. Congratulations, graduates. I am proud Assistant Principal Lauren Willis. Seniors, you are the 45th graduating class of Bolingbrook High School. You did it. This is an important moment that marks the arrival of your future. Appreciate the journey that has gotten you here, and we hope you fulfill every dream that you have. Enjoy what you do and take pleasure and satisfaction in what you achieve. Graduates, please rise. The graduation tassel is a symbol of success, and as you move it from the right to the left, I would like to congratulate the class of 2023.
No, not yet. Wait for them to start.
just feeling celebration tonight. Celebrate, don't wait too late. No, we don't stop. You can't stop. We're gonna celebrate one more time. One more time. One more time. A celebration. You know we're gonna do it right tonight. Hey, just feel it. Music's got me feeling the need. Yeah. Come on. All right. We're gonna celebrate one more time. Celebrate and dance so free. Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free.